Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry, and this is Monday Quilt Chat, where I'm going to chit chat with you about what's going on in my quilty world and the quilting world in general, and who knows what else. So just hang in here for a few minutes and we'll see what we can chat about. And I will start with, okay, when I left you on Friday, I had to take my sewing machine in. I had to take Snow White in for her checkup. I had been working on that art quilt, not the landscape one, but the art one that had the crows on it. And it ended up having some really thick edges that I was trying to finish off. And at some point, my sewing machine just started to knock, knock, knock. And it turns out it was only doing that on the long stitch that I had it on. It was somewhere around a 3 or a 4. The shorter stitches, it seemed to work just fine after I cleaned everything up, changed the needle and all that good stuff that you do when things aren't going so well with your machine. But I thought, you know, she's past due for her checkup anyway, so I thought I would just go ahead and take her in. And so I did that on Friday, and while I was at my Baby Lock dealer, I checked out a long arm. Didn't buy it. Still in the running, but didn't buy it. I still have some looking to do. As a matter of fact, today will probably be another partial long arm shopping day here locally. So that's getting exciting, getting lots of questions answered and trying to figure out exactly what I need, trying not to overspend and trying not to underestimate what I need to spend, you know, as far as features and things like that. Space, you know, what I'm going to actually use it for. I'm not really planning on making a business out of it, so I don't really feel like I need a heavy-duty, noisy long arm at this point. If I change my mind in the future, I guess I'll change my mind and make adjustments then, but for now I'm just looking for something kind of simple and lightweight and easy for me to move around. As the body gets older, you you need to save your strength for other things other than wrestling a heavy long arm around. So that's exciting. I'm getting there. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. I'm sure I'll have to put in an order and then wait and get it delivered and set up and all of that good stuff. So it's a little bit chilly in here this morning. Actually, this is Sunday night, but it's going to be just as silly. It will be just as silly. It'll be just as chilly Monday morning when you're watching this as well. So I've got my So Yeah jacket on with my big star on it. I love it. It's very warm and cozy, and of course it's got this touch of quilting on it, and that makes it even more special. I hope you guys tried that. Put that on some sort of sweatshirt or sweatshirt jacket or jeans jacket. I still want to do a jeans jacket one. I have a jeans jacket, but it's already kind of embellished with some special buttons and things on it. But I might get another one just so that I can play with it. I think it would be fun. Put one on the back and something on the sleeves or something like that. Anyway, getting off topic, but we can talk about anything, can't we? We're not limited. This is just a big chit chat. So there are some things I want to go over with you. The Autumn Wonders Pat Sloan quilt, I still haven't finished that. I'm still looking at all of those fabrics over there, and either today or tomorrow, well, I think I put it down for Wednesday. I already wrote down in my book to finish it on Wednesday, or at least by Wednesday, because if the mood strikes me sometime today or tomorrow, I will definitely just jump up and do that. But otherwise, I have it slated to be done on Wednesday, and it will be. Thanks for all your suggestions. I got a bunch of suggestions. I didn't get a huge consensus other than, yes, use the floral for a wide border somewhere, but everything else is still up in the air, but we'll get there. I'll get it. no worries. I started another project this weekend, nothing huge, but I showed you Friday the little 2-inch aqua square patchwork quilt top that I got to a finished point, and I'm no longer going to cut 2-inch squares. It's just too small of a scrap to keep and to keep up with. So I had already started doing 2.5-inch squares, so I'm starting another one, y'all. 2.5-inch squares this time. And I already had a pretty good supply of these scraps. So I'm using this, it's a batik and it's kind of a wine color there. I thought it was very pretty and I have tons of it. I probably have 6-7 yards of it. So I know I'm not going to run out. I'm not going to be chasing down fabric or anything like that. But some of you were asking me about, you know, what are some of the colors that you could use that would be good, and you know, just make sure you have something that you either already have plenty of or that you know you can get, you know, even a year from now, like muslin or white, black, red, navy. Even some of those will vary a little bit. Even blacks will vary a little bit, but it probably wouldn't matter on a quilt like this. But that's all. Just I picked my favorite color first and got myself in a little bit of a pickle with that. Not able to just run to the store and get more when I needed it. I think I mentioned that I had a 2-yard piece to start with, and then I had to start looking for it because it was a blender. It wasn't a solid. So anyway, that's my advice to you on one of these quilts. So this is my first little 16 patch that I got finished, and I've got a bunch of pairs sewn together. Some of them I've started to undo and to finger press and put together, and then I have this many more that I can do. There's a bunch of green in there, so I think I will go ahead and make those up, and I'll just scatter those through the entire quilt. Maybe not get them all the way to this stage so that they're not so concentrated. But that's the idea. Just make sure you don't concentrate one pattern of your scraps in the same block. Once they get into the 64 patch, you could have a couple doubles in there. It probably wouldn't matter. But, you know, you want to spread them all out if you've got a lot of one particular fabric. In that other one, in the aqua one, I had a whole bunch of an orange fabric that I had used probably. Well, I ended up putting that orange in a baby quilt for a baby shower, and that child is in high school now. So I had a lot of that fabric left, and I was using it up, and I used a lot of it in that aqua, but I spread it all out throughout all the quilt so that it didn't look like there was just a big patch of orange on there somewhere. Okay, with all that said, I have this many 2-inch squares left. I would say there's probably, I don't know, 300. I'm going to put these on the eBay penny auction, and I'll put that link in the description box today. I'll get that out there for you to start bidding on. I have 1-week auctions. The bidding starts at a penny, and it's free shipping. So anytime I put anything out there on eBay, that's what I usually do. And that's kind of copying Darlene Michaud. That's what she does. And she admits she doesn't make a lot of money off the stuff she sells on eBay. But, you know, as long as I get enough to pay for the postage and maybe just a little bit more, which is what's been happening lately with the stuff that I've sold on there, that's fine. I would rather it be in the hands of one of you who will use it and out of my space, because I just want to buy more new stuff. Don't you? We all do, don't we? We want to buy more new stuff, and if we keep the old stuff around forever and ever and ever, and it's sitting there and it's not doing anything, then what good is that? So I would rather it be in one of your all's hands. So get out there and bid on this big lot of 2-inch squares if you want to do something that small. So there will be that. I had 2 auctions last week that are over. And oh, remember 2 Fridays ago, I put out there a big piece of fabric and some leftover 2.5-inch jelly roll strips, and I asked for one of you to volunteer as tribute to make it and make it according to that Wednesday video. That person has never contacted me yet. It is Jen McKittrick. So Jen, if you are watching, I need to get an email from you today at lessonslearnt2021@gmail.com. And if I don't hear from you in, let's say, I'm going to say 6 a.m. on Tuesday the 21st Eastern Time, then the next in line is Gail the Crafter. So Gail the Crafter, if you're out there watching this video today, you may go ahead and send your information to me, and if Jen gets back with me before that, I'll let you know. If she doesn't, then you are automatically the next in line. Jen McKittrick, Jen McKittrick. That's the #1 pulled winner. You've got until November 21st, 6 a.m. to send me an email with your mailing address. And then Gail the Crafter, you are next in line. Go ahead and send me your stuff just in case Jen doesn't reply. And there we have it. I hope that's clear. I hope that's fair. I tried to make it as fair as I could when I said I would pick the first commenter. And yes, the comments get all jumbled up on my end. It's not the same as when you go to the actual video, and what you see and what I see is different. So there's that. And then, oh, something else very nice happened on Friday. I think I mentioned that the horse panel quilt was going to get picked up. So that did get picked up. They were very happy with it. And the mother sent me a little short video of the little girl seeing the quilt for the first time. And either I'm going to put that video right here, right now, over top of me, or I'll put a picture right here, just a still picture.
¿Te gusta? ¿Qué es? Horse. ¿Te gusta el caballito?
Ajá.
¿Te gusta tu cobijita nueva?
Sí.
¿Y cómo se dice?
Cheche, mami.
Y
Cheche, papi.
dile gracias, Sherry.
Cheche, tuya.
Paulina. ¿Sí te gusta? ¿Te gustan los colores?
Ajá.
¿Qué más te gusta?
White.
Ajá.
Wabu, boo. Wabu.
So, yeah, it was really cute. I just put a great big smile on my face. So that was nice. And what else is going on this week? Do I have... Oh, I have a video that I'm going to do that was requested, and that is how to apply pre-packaged bias tape. So I'm going to do that for Wednesday. And so stay tuned for that, and I hope that's one of those videos that will always be out there helpful for anybody needing to know, because evidently there's not any really good videos out there on that from what I've been told. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm familiar with prepackaged bias tape, single fold, double fold, for quilting, for blankets, for crafts, for garments and all that stuff. I'm familiar with it and have used it, and I haven't used it a lot in recent years, but I will give you the best video that I know how to put on. So what else? That's all that. Was there something else that I needed to tell you? Oh, I made a decision. About December. Now last year I said I was going to do a cleaning, decluttering thing, and I did. We did do it in December, and I put out a shorts video every day in December with a task to be done. And I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to do something totally different. If you want to do your cleaning and decluttering in December, go right ahead. We probably all have some to do. I know I need to clean my light fixture out. I saw bugs in it. And I've been keeping up pretty good with stuff since last December as far as cleaning. You know, the spring type cleaning needs to be done every year in your home and in your spaces. So, you know, there are some things I need to do. I need to do windows again and get around the baseboards again, things like that. But I have managed to keep things pretty well in an uncluttered up state. Once it gets to a certain point, I stop and I put it all away. So I hope that's the same with you, that you don't need a daily guidance through getting through that, whatever month you decide to do it in. But I am going to do December. It's a happy day every day. December, a happy day every day. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you have any idea what in the world that can mean? December, a happy day every day. That's right. I'm going to get happy days out, and I'm going to vow to work at least a little bit on that project every day of December. The goal is to get caught up on what I have to do on it. And then in January, I'll have January, February, March, April, May. I'll still have like 4 to 5 packages that will be coming. So that's what I'm going to do in December. Doesn't really involve you guys so much, but you can keep me accountable. Ask me if you're not seeing Happy Days results. You need to get on and ask me about it, either in the comments, send me an email, whatever. I want you to bug me to death about it because I really, really don't want to let that project go down the tubes, go to waste, and sit in a UFO bin for years. Because that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. I don't want that to happen. So December, a happy day every day. That's what I'm going to do. And then I got another one for January. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. But I appreciate all of you guys making up some little cutesy ideas for next year and goals for next year and things like that. I love seeing all of those. I haven't picked one. I haven't seen one that's really just grabbed me yet. That's very, very original. But we're going to put something on next year. We're going to give ourselves a word or a phrase of the year for 2024, and that will involve all of us. So I'm still taking suggestions for that. Still taking suggestions. So yeah, exciting stuff, isn't it? Okay, I have the quilt of the week for you. It's called Tree of Life, and it's 88 by 88. I'll stick a picture right here. And it is by Karen Wotan of Ottumwa, Iowa. Ottumwa? Not sure how you pronounce that. Karen started this project with a picture of a similar antique quilt. Drawing out a pattern for the graceful branches and curved border was a new experience. All of the applique was sewn by hand and the needle turn method. Karen used YLI silk thread for applique and YLI thread for hand quilting. The hand quilting around the appliques and throughout the background was stitched in a clamshell design. Tree of Life was displayed at the Des Moines Area Quilt Guild Show in Iowa and at a Mountain Quilt Fest in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Wow, bless your heart, Karen Wotan, for all that needle turn applique you've done, because that is exactly what's keeping me from getting Happy Days out. I'm not doing needle turn either, so, you know, wow. Look at all those grape clusters, all those tiny leaves and centers of flowers and petals and birds. Amazing. And she copied this design from an antique quilt. So that's pretty cool. I think she did a great job for her first time ever doing something like that. And look at all the tiny quilting in the background. It's like a little clamshell design, as she said, but it's tiny. It's a big quilt though, 88 by 88. Very vintagey looking. Nice. Okay, so I'm thinking that is what's going on this week for me. Getting the Autumn Wonders done, working a little bit on this new project, getting your video out for Wednesday on prepackaged binding and how you might be able to use that on some of your projects. Some of the projects you're working on right now, as a matter of fact. So that'll be out there. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So have a great week. Get something out to sew. Keep working on projects you need to get done. I know time is ticking for a lot of people to get gifts done and things like that. So no time like the present to take this motivation that I'm handing you and run with it. I will be back here on Wednesday to see you for that prepackaged biased binding video, and back here again on Finish It Friday to see what I finished and see what you may have finished as well. So keep sending in your finished items according to the guidelines I've set out for you in the description box. Look for those eBay auctions, and I also have an Etsy shop out there as well if you want to see what's out there hanging around. I need to work on that a little bit. Maybe once I get a long arm going and feel comfortable putting quilts out there, I'll have many more items for you to see. Things you've seen before, but maybe would like to get your hands on. I don't know. Well, that's where they'll wind up, because I can't keep 100 quilts. So there we are. We're ready to go for the week. Have a great one, and we'll see you soon. Bye.